Hi everyone, this is Miss Tom with checkpoint number 6, multiple representations of linear equations. Alright, so we've got a web, and with that web we are going to figure out how to solve these types of problems. Now what's going to happen is you're going to analyze a pattern and then create a graph and equation from it. So first of all, we got to go over what is the generalized pattern, because these patterns are based on something that is known as lines. And lines all have this equation where I'm going to write it for you guys, where it has y is equal to, and we're going to have n x plus b, where m represents the slope, also known as the growth, and b represents the y-intercept. So let's talk about what we notice in this particular question here. If you notice a couple of things, let's take a look at the x-axis. The x-axis goes from 0 blank to blank 4. So we notice the x-axis is going by ones. Okay? I'm just kind of filling it in so we notice that. But if you notice about the y-axis doesn't seem to be going by ones. What does it seem to be going by? Well, it goes from the origin 0 blank 4 blank 8. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, you're right. It is going by 2's. So I'm writing that in so that I don't get confused later. Next thing is we're going to notice we always want to try to find where our figure 0 is, because that's our y-intercept. So let's try to figure out what our figure 0 is. Well, I'm not really sure. It's kind of in between 2 and 4, so I'm going to leave that blank for now and see if I notice a pattern. Let's look at 1. 1 is here, and 1 goes to 4. So we're going to write 4. Next thing is we see 2. 2's kind of in the middle. I'm thinking it's 5, but I want to be sure and see if we notice a pattern here. Well, 3 is 6. Again, 4, I don't really know. I think it's 7, but I'm not sure. So we're going to put 4, I don't know. But then 5 is 8. So, can we try to figure that out? Well, it looks like we are right, where this number would be 5, this number would be 7, and then this number would be 8, which makes it so that we know that the first one, figure 0, would be 3. So then now we have to do is we find the slope. And how do you find the slope? The slope is found by change in y over change in x. So what's the change in y? Going from 3 to 4, that's a change of 1, and going 0 to 1, that's a change of 1. So the change of y is 1, and the change of x is also 1, so it is 1. Our slope is 1. So m is equal to 1, which we write here. Then we try to figure out our y-intercept. What's our y-intercept? That's figure 0. That's this. So, voila, we've got our equation. All right, remember you're doing the right-hand side, I'm doing the left-hand side. Next, let's go over this one. This one's a little tricky here because we notice they don't give us a lot of information, but what they do give us is the following. We know the y-intercept. Y-intercept is here. Yes, they gave us the y-intercept. And then we also know that they can give us changes. So remember, the slope is found by change in y over change in x, where the change in y is going from 2 to 11. What is that change? That change is 9. So we say that change is 9 over 0 to 3. That change is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Woohoo! Next, we can write our equation now because 3 is our slope, which is right here. And then we know our y-intercept is right over here, figure 0, 0, 2, which is here. And I'm going to write that in green. Okay, now what's going to happen is you're going to graph this. How do we graph this? Well, I'll show you. So first of all, we're going to notice that we want to make sure we're going by the kind of values that are here. So I'm gonna go start with this 0 in the corner pocket. The x values seem to be going all the way to 11, so I'm gonna go all the way to 11. All right. Then we're gonna look at the right hand side, or the y-axis. That one we're gonna, oh, I'm sorry, the y was going to 11, so the x is going to 3. We're okay here. So then the y, we're gonna go, I think if I go by ones, it'll still work here too. Yeah, it should work. Woohoo! Yes, it works. Okay, so then now let's go ahead and graph. We've got 0, 2. Where's 0, 2? 0, 2 is here. 1 is going to be where? Well, if the growth is 3, that means if the growth is 3 every time, well, we're just going to be growing by 3, right? So then that means this one should be what? It should be 5. And then going by 3 again, this next number should be 8. So then we're here. Got it? Then over here we've got number 1. 1 goes with 5, which is here. 2 goes with 8. And 3 goes with 11. Alrighty, so far so good. Then we're going to connect our points. And there is our line. Woohoo! Yay, we got it. All right, next, let's go over these next 2, and then that's going to be it for this checkpoint. Okay, so first of all, again, we're noticing a couple of things. We notice right away, we don't have figure 0, but we have all of these things going on. One thing to notice about patterns is what's different about them. So this one has 5. But what is changing? What do you notice is changing? What I like to do is I like to highlight what's changing. So I'm noticing that this little point right here is different. Did you guys notice that? This point is also different. And this point is also different. Yeah? So then over here we're noticing the same thing. This point is different. This point is different. This point is different. So it keeps adding those 3. So that means what? If you notice it keeps adding those 3, then that means the growth is what? This keeps adding 3. This keeps adding 3. So the growth is 3. Alright, so that means if the growth is 3, then how do we go backwards? Well, use your highlighting tool. Notice that it's these corner pockets that keep getting added. So what is left? What is left in figure 1 is the middle. And I drew that really badly. There we go. Okay, it's the middle that's left. So that means that figure 0 has 1 tile. So figure 0 has 1 tile. Figure 1 has 4 tiles. Figure 2 has 7 tiles, and figure 3 has 10 tiles. What's happening is you're going to notice the growth was 3, just like we mentioned earlier. Okay, now it's time to graph. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our y-intercept, and our y-intercept is always drawn right over here. I'm going to highlight that y-axis for you guys. There we go. Where is 0, 1? 0, 1 is going to be located on that y-axis, which is here. Then we go, okay, where is 1, 4? 1, 4? I'm going to just assume that everything is labeled by 1s. 1, 4. We're over here. Go over 1, up 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, right over there. I should have made a little mark there. There we go. 2, 7. 2, 7 is here. And 3, 10 is here. Connect your points to make your line, and we have got it. Now, if you want to, you can also go into the negative portions where you're like, okay, that one's going to be over here. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm going down 3 over 1. You don't have to, but that's helpful for you. Then we're going to connect them, and we've got our line. Nice work. Okay, we're on to the last one, you guys. Oh, I didn't write down my equation. The equation was we had a growth of 3 and a y-intercept of 1. So we had a growth of 3 and a y-intercept of 1. Yes. Next, let's go ahead and go over this last part. We've got an equation. What do we do with the equation? Well, we notice right away our slope. What's our slope? Our slope is -2. What's our y-intercept? I put them the wrong color. Our slope is -2. M is -2. What's our y-intercept? It's 7. So, what do we know? Well, we want to start with 0 here. Our y-intercept, we said, was 7. Then we figure out our slope. Our slope was decreasing by 2 each time. And since it's decreasing by 2, we know that because it says it right here. We're going to say, what is the next number? The next number would be 7 minus 2, which is 5. And the next number is 5 minus 2, which is 3. And the last one is 1. All right, so let's go ahead and graph this. 0, 7, where is that located? Remember, you know that's the y-intercept, and the y-intercept is right here on this line. 0, 7 is going to be located right over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Make sure you verify, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Then we notice that 1 is going to be 2 down from it, which is here. Then another down from it, 2 here, down from it, 2 here. And you can kind of just keep going if you'd like, or you can just stop and draw your line so it looks like this. Helpful thing is to write the arrows. These lines continue on and on forever. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. That was checkpoint number 6. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys for the next video.